Walk on through the wind. Walk on through the rain.
Hello and welcome back to the Unbearable Reds. I'm your host Carl, and today we're going to be talking and having a little chat about Bobby Firmino. Recently there's been a lot of grumblings about Bobby Firmino and his performances, and there's two sides this argument takes. One is that he doesn't score enough goals, and the second one is that he isn't performing to the level we have come to expect and rely on. So let's break down both of these points. The goals issues that surrounding Bobby Firmino has done for a number of years. The argument usually takes the form of he's a number 9, it's his job to score goals, or compared to other number 9s, he doesn't score enough goals. Both are sort of right and wrong in that respect. The role Bobby plays is like a unique hybrid of like a false 9, a deep lying forward, a pressing forward. Hard to explain really in depth what he does, because he just does so much and he can pop up and do anything anywhere. Bit of a Johan Cruyff in that aspect. And they're three very different roles, and he excels at the best aspects of those unique roles. He has the chance creation and the space creation of the false 9. He comes deep for the ball and progresses the ball forward like a deep lying forward. Also assists out in a bit of ball retention in midfield, winning balls back, putting pressure on opposition attackers as well through the deep lying forward role. And he also has the tireless pressing work when we do recycle possession on their defence, on their keeper, are they pressing forward. None of the best aspects of those roles that he excels at are predicated on him scoring goals. That's not what he's there for, really. I mean, I know it's hard to well, I'm going to say it's hard to argue that a number 9 shouldn't be scoring goals, but that's exactly what I'm going to be doing right now. Mo and Mane get the goals, not Bobby. To judge Bobby Firmino's ability on the pitch by his goals tally is frankly missing the point of what he does. Bobby Firmino scoring goals is a bonus to the team. It's not a massive urgent need for him to score goals. It's a bonus. Everything else he provides is the massive urgent need. Everything I just went into then, that's what we need him for. If he scores goals and gets assists, that's a bonus, that's better. But without it, he's still doing a great job. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely wish he could bang in 20 goals a season consistently, but it's just not going to happen without it losing what else he does for the team. And the team leans on him being able to do those other aspects to enable the likes of Mo and Mane to play the way they do. It allows us to have more the likes of Gini Wijnaldum and Ox, Keita, Henderson to bomb forward, because Bobby Firmino does help out in midfield. It just, you lose so much from arguably the dirty work that Bobby Firmino does if you just plonk him in the box and say, you're a number 9, whatever else you're expected to do is irrelevant, you have to score goals. You lose everything that Bobby Firmino brings, and I think that's a waste. It's very old hat thinking to judge Bobby by the standards of a conventional number 9, and probably either displays a lack of understanding of the tactical requirements we have from the Firmino role in our team, or like an unwillingness to detach from the orthodox when it comes to the role of a number 9. I don't know, but either one's not great, and I think a lot of people do fall into both categories. Even myself, I fall into the latter category. I often get frustrated with Bobby Firmino for not scoring goals in the heat of the moment of the match, when he's just not putting the ball in the net, and it's like, oh, come on. And then you think about it, well, yeah, it's not really what he's there for. And then he'll open some space and Mo will slide in, put the ball in the bottom corner, and then that's what he's there for. Excellent. Now, the second point about his performances not being up to the standards that we would normally expect is one that I personally agree with. I don't think he has been at his best. I don't think he has been putting performances in good enough for this team. And yeah, I think that's absolutely right. There could be a number of reasons for this. Probably highest on the list is burnout from the high volume of games and football he's played over the past few years. This goes back even to like pre-Mane and Mo, because don't forget, Bobby Firmino was at the club before Jurgen Klopp. When Jurgen Klopp came in and changed everything, and we started playing that heavy metal football, Bobby Firmino's been there since day one. He's very rarely not been in that team. So maybe all that exertion, all that effort, all that pressure on him has finally caught up with him. Maybe that's the case. That's just one theory I've got. There could be any number of reasons for it, but ultimately, the fact remains, he's not performing to the level that we require or we would expect from him. So what do we do? I think he should be taken out of the starting 11 for a few weeks, maybe a couple of months. Give Jota, give Minamino games. They're probably going to be two linchpins of the next Liverpool attacking unit. So getting them game time can only be positive for them. And they both look good enough to at least perform at the same level Bobby Firmino is now, if not more. Particularly Firmino. Minamino has looked very sharp, and if he gets a couple of goals, I can see him really kicking on, and it's. And Jota, you saw him against Ajax last night. He was an absolute handful for their team, and so getting them game times only a positive. But there's also the other side of that. Bobby Firmino will come back. Take him on the team. Let him get his head straight. Let him just have no pressure for a little while. And then when it comes to the busy Christmas period, January, when you're getting ready to push on for the rest of the season, the big run in towards the end of the season, you're going to be able to unleash a rested, hungry and reinvigorated Bobby Firmino. And he's going to be going out there with a point to prove. So I think, regardless of which side of the fence you fall on one you're right, on one you're wrong, but either way, Firmino does need a break, just so he can find his best form. Because to say that he's dipped and this is it now, this is Bobby Firmino's best days are behind him, that's fucking ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. It's just, he's nowhere near the end of his peak yet, and I just think he needs some time out of the team, and when he comes back, he'll be back to the Bobby Firmino that we all know, love, and very much want to see again. So that's my take on the Bobby Firmino question. If you're liking what we're doing, please like and subscribe. Any comments? Am I wrong? Am I just chatting absolute bullshit? Am I not seeing things the way you are? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to be able to talk to other people about this. Thanks for your time, and as always, up the Reds.